So welcome to the world's shortest hackathon. You're going to make an app in an hour and it's going to be fine. So first of all, let's break down the word hackathon, because a lot of people think hackathon, competition, hackathon, hacking, illegal. What hackathon really means is it's from the word hack, which means to make something quickly, normally out of stuff we already have, you know, like IKEA hacks, where you take an IKEA item and you like make some changes to it and figure it out and, you know, change it to a different thing. That's hacking. And then a thon is from marathon, which just brings in the meaning of we're doing this all at once without stopping real fast. Okay, so we're just going to make something quickly all at once without stopping. And my favorite thing about a hackathon is that everyone has a different theme. So you're not always just going to go to a bunch of different hackathons and make the same thing. There's always something that's like the central crux of it and central idea. And I love basing these on current events. So these events are probably not current as you're watching this, but here's some examples of current events that were happening 1 week in my year. And this can change. So any week you're in, you can use any current events, or you can use historical events out of your curriculum and pretend they're current, or you can use stuff you're reading in a book, all that stuff. It's really awesome. So once you have a theme, you have an idea, like a problem or something, then you're going to be able to make an app out of it. And adults with less neuroplasticity and creativity sometimes have a problem imagining this. I'm going to give you an example. Okay, this is where kids took this. So here's some examples of students' apps that they made in less than a day. These maybe took them a little more than an hour, but so here's an example of an app that a transgender teen made to come out as trans to her parents. And so she found the problem was that she wasn't able to talk to her mom. And so she made this app where you like ask questions and click answers. And so we're going to start. And then, she first confronts her mother about the religious aspect, and we're going to say yes or no. And then if yes, here's an argument for being accepting of LGBT people, right? And then you can click all these buttons and go through all the options and read all the things. And so she made this awesome app to solve a problem in her life, which I think is totally cool. And then here's another one. A whole team of teenagers made this together, and they decided the problem in their life was when ICE comes to your door, what are you supposed to do? What are you allowed to say? What can you say? And, even if you speak many different languages. So you can select your language and it'll give you a response in English and Spanish. It'll speak it out loud, not actually on this website, but they made that work. And you can it'll walk you through like all the things you need to say. So this are the kinds of apps you can think about, because adults are always like, whoa, what kinds can I make Uber in an hour? No, you cannot, right? So a small app around a specific problem. So the basis of all these apps is a problem statement. So here are some problem statements that teenagers have come up with in my hackathons in the past. So things like, I'm scared to come out to my parents, or I feel like there's nothing I can do to fix the world. And so once you have a problem statement, you can then describe an app that might solve that problem. Now, again, as adults, we're like, will this actually solve the problem? But that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for some app that might contribute to a solution to the problem. And so being able to write, like, what is the name of your app and what does it do? Okay. And so once you can do that, then you're actually going to start coding the app. So I'm going to do this, the background content of this for you. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to make the first part of an app. And then we're going to go back and think of our own theme based on what we're teaching our kids right now. And we're going to split into teams and breakout rooms and make actual apps. How does that sound? Good. Okay. So I'm going to do to demo this exactly like I would do it for kids. So it's going to be an I do, we do, you do. So the first thing is I'm going to walk you through how I'm going to use the template and make the app. And then I'm going to ask one of you to be a brave volunteer, for which you need absolutely no expertise. You're just going to drive the mouse. And we're going to do it all together and remember all the steps. And then I'm going to put you in a breakout room where you do it alone, but I'm going to be able to come in and help. Okay. So no memorizing is necessary. just have the experience and just be joyful and make mistakes and have fun. All right, so I have a starter project here for you. So I'm going to copy this link into the chat. And if you have just joined us here, you have missed nothing. It is a really good point to start right here. So we're going to start by going into that app template, and this is on code.org. So in order to actually do and make and save one of these, you're going to need a code.org account. But if you're in a team with someone who already has a code.org account, you can just use their account and collaborate on theirs, and it's fine. So not everyone needs to actually go through all the process of making an account today. Lovely. Okay, so when you click on that, you just see a blank app, and it has a button on it. Look, that it kind of changes when you click on it. It says, click me. And then you click it, it does nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the code in this to make the button actually do something when you click it. So when you see the outside code, you're going to find the purple button that says view code. And then you can see inside. And then you can remix. This is important to do before you start coding. Always remix first, because then it saves it as yours. All right, now we can mess with it. So has anyone ever used App Lab before on code.org to make any apps? I don't see any hands. This is going to be fun. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So the thing you need to know about this is there are a lot of parts to the website. A lot of people see a new website and they go, oh no, that's so scary, but it's just a website. You know websites, right? So over on the left, what does this look like? And this is the start of the interactive part where I'm going to need you to unmute yourselves and shout out answers like teenagers would. Okay, so what does this look like?
A phone.
Looks like a phone. Thank you so much. So this is the phone. This is the preview of where you're going to see your app. What about in the middle? Does this look familiar to anyone? Maybe like people who've used Scratch before, or people who've used code.org. Look familiar? These are the coding blocks. Okay, so these are the blocks of code you're going to be able to use to tell the computer what to do. And then over here on the right, big blank area. Anyone used to seeing a big blank area like on Google Docs or a sheet of paper? This is where we're going to write our code. And the way you write it is by picking up blocks and dragging them over into the coding area. And then if you don't like it, you can just pick it up and drag it back and it'll go away. All right, so we have the code, but that's only half of what an app is made of. An app is also made with its design, and that's how it looks. So we have how it works, how it looks, code and design. So we're going to click up here on the design tab on the top of the phone. And here is where you can add visual elements to your app. So you can like change the background color. Let's change the background color. So right now I've just clicked on the background. What is its ID? What's the name of the background where it says ID? Can anyone see that? Right next to my mouse, it says my
Main
screen. Main screen, thank you. So the name of this is main screen. That's important. You need to know everyone's name so you can control them. Okay, let's go and change the background color. Who has a favorite color?
Purple.
Purple, let's change it to purple. Let's make a nice rich purple here. Ooh, that's a good one. That's true Barney purple. All right, excellent. So we can change the color of the background. What about this button? If I click on the button, what is the ID of the button?
Press me button.
Yes, it's press me button. So you don't see a lot of it down near the mouse, but you can see the whole thing when you click on it in the ID box. So that's called press me button. And right now it says enter. Let's change the text on that. Instead of enter, what's a word that's like enter that we could put on that button instead?
Click.
Click. Excellent. See, and so when you change the properties here, it automatically updates on your preview. Okay, so you've got your design, you've got your code. The one more thing I want to show you is an app has lots of different screens, right? That's the whole point. We're not just on this purple screen all the time, we navigate through it. So if you click on the main screen menu at the top of your phone, you'll find there are lots of other, you can import a screen, you can do a new screen. Let's look at this other screen that exists. This is the welcome screen, okay? So our job is gonna be to get this button here. So when you click on it, it's gonna go to the welcome screen. All right, and then that'll be the first part of our app working. So we're going to start in the code. And this is really easy. They've made this easy for you. You're only going to use 2 blocks, and it's going to be super cool. So you're going to start with on event. On event is just like when. So when we say on event ID, click, we're going to construct that sentence so it says to us, when I click the button, go to the next screen. Okay? So what ID? ID is important. Does anyone remember what the ID of our button is?
Press me button.
Press me button, okay? So here it says ID, it can't just say ID, it has to say the actual ID, and you can choose it out of this drop-down menu. So on event press me button, click. This now says when the press me button is clicked, right? And then we have to do something when the press me button is clicked. So we're gonna go in the yellow menu for UI controls and go all the way down to the bottom. I think it's the 3rd one from the bottom, says set screen. So we're gonna carefully drag this over. And my zoom controls are in the way. There we go. And I'm gonna move this to, oh, that's not working for me. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. There we go. We're gonna carefully put it inside the big hungry mouth of on event. So let's see, on event, press me button clicked, set the screen to screen 1. Is it screen 1? Should we pick one? What should it be called? What screen are we going to?
Welcome screen.
The welcome screen. Good. So we're on the main screen now. And when the press me button is clicked, we're going to set the screen to welcome screen. So let's press run on our phone. Okay, it's running now. You can tell because it has the reset button. And I'm going to click on this, okay? Click. Welcome. Awesome. That is basically it. You can make an entire app out of buttons that send you to different screens and that have more buttons on them that send you to different screens. All right. But the most important part of this is where you can share. So you can send it to your phone, and I'm going to stick my phone number in here and delete it out of the video later. Send. Now, this is my actual phone in real life. That was my actual phone number. And look, I got a text. It says, check this out in Code Studio, and it has a link. I'm going to click on the link and it's going to bring up a little thing. It's loading. It's loading. I'm going to stop sharing for this so you can see my screen real big. There you go. Look, it's my app. It's all purple. And it down here, this says install this app on your phone, tap the share button and then add to phone screen. So that's how I do it on my iPhone, but you might have a different way of doing it in your phone. So I'm going to click that share button and I'm going to choose more done. One of these. One of these. There you go. Add to home screen. There you go. So it gives me that logo. I'm going to add it. And now, look, I got a ton of them because I've done this a lot. But this last one here should be my app. If it's not, it's somebody else's app that just came through. Look, it's a button on my home screen on my phone that I can click and I can use the app. And then if I click the button here, it goes to the next screen. All right. Do you think you can do that? All right. I'm going to need a volunteer to click on the link, the bit.ly app template, and we're going to go through and do that again, but you're going to tell me what to do instead of me telling you what to do. All right. All right. Excellent. Okay. Tell us what you're doing.
Well, I went into the app lab and I went on code first. And then I clicked remix, even though I don't know if I should have done that, but I did.
Yes.
And then I went to design and I selected a theme for the color. But that's kind of where I am right now.
Excellent. You probably want to add a button. Can anyone help? Shazad? Oh, you got it. What are you going to do with that button?
I'm going to place it on here and I want to change what it says.
Cool. So you're changing its
I'm going to
ID.
say click. Is that correct? Click.
Well, what happened?
Oh, nothing happened.
Why?
I'm not sure.
So you changed its ID,
Oh, got it. Okay.
right? Its ID is just its name internal to the app. The computer doesn't care what it's named. It's just so you can control it.
Oh, text. Hello.
There you go. You found the text property.
All right. So should I change this back to screen 1? Is that better?
You need to choose a good name for your button. What do you want to
Okay.
call it in your code?
No, but the ID, should I change it back to screen one?
Screen one is the ID of the whole screen. This is
Got
the
it.
ID of just the button. So you
Oh, I
can't
see.
screen one again because it's already taken. So
I
you
see, I
can,
see,
you
okay.
can name your button anything you want. You can name it Click Button or Click Me or Beyonce. It doesn't matter.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, I think we'll leave it at click.
Okay, so you have it at screen.
Got it. I'll change that to click.
There you go. Okay. Excellent. What's the next step? How do we add code to this?
I'll go to code, I think. Right, and
Cool. Can anyone remember? Oh, yeah.
On event.
On event. Thanks.
out here. Right, and from here on event
Mhm.
screen one.
Okay. So remember, that's the name of the screen, the green part.
Right, right. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So on event, so on event click. So when I click on click, right? I want to go.
Yep. So there's lots of options there. So when you click on click, or when click changes, or when you press the key up button on click. But
So
this
I
is-
haven't set up my next page yet, though. I haven't set up my next screen yet.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go in there and we'll find that.
Okay.
Cool.
So what,
You
so
wanna
what should I
keep
do
it
here?
as click for right now.
Okay.
You got it. Okay. So where do you find your next screen?
Let me see. My next screen.
Can anyone help? Where do we design it?
There's yeah, up on the upper left of the phone. Yeah, that's a pull down menu where it says screen one. I think if you pull that down, then you get other options, don't you? Or no? I do.
You can once it's made, but how are we going
Oh,
to?
oh, maybe I already made mine then.
Yeah. So if you go into the design tab right next to code, there you go. Now click on screen one.
Oh, now click on screen one.
Matt's pull down menu at the same place.
Got it. Got it.
There.
Okay.
Now you can do a new screen.
A
Okay.
new screen.
design.
And then you
Oh.
can name it something different.
Yes.
Got it.
So do you like the ID of screen two, or do you want to be more descriptive in its ID?
Yeah, you know what? I haven't thought through what my theme was when I
No,
jumped
don't
into
worry.
this.
We're just
Yeah,
gonna do a
so
random thing
so
right
let's
now.
leave it at screen two for now then.
Okay,
But I'll
screen
change the
two,
color.
fine.
I think since Matt likes purple, we'll do purple.
Cool. Do you want to put any text on that screen?
Pardon me?
You wanna
Oh,
put
do I
any-
want to put any text? Yeah. We
Cool.
can
Yep, there you go. You found the ABC label. Just drag that over
just
to where
drag that over. Got it. Okay.
Cool.
And then in the text, right? I can put
What do you want it to say?
say welcome. Oh, sorry. Hello.
Mhm.
Welcome. How about that?
Nice. Do you want to change the color of the text so it stands out more?
Sure. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
I think you have to move the little circle in it so it's not near black.
This one or this one?
No, do you see in the ombre effect up there? Yeah, there's a circle. Put it up to a brighter. There you go.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Lovely. And do you want to make that text any bigger?
No, I think it's okay for now.
Okay, excellent. Are you happy with all the properties on that page? You can
Yeah, I
always-
mean, I'll play with it more, but
Yeah.
but it's cool. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so let's go back into your code and we'll finish
Okay.
our coding sentence. Okay,
Right.
so I see on event clicked.
Uh-huh.
When the click button is clicked, what do we want to happen? What do we want on line 2 inside the big hungry mouth of on event?
Oh, I want to go to the welcome page,
Yeah. So
right?
you
But that's
click
screen
on-
2, right?
Yeah, set screen. Good.
Oh, hang on. I gotta move you guys from the bottom on my Zoom.
I know the Zoom controls are already in the way.
Yeah. Okay, so set screen.
Where are you gonna put that?
Oh, hang on. Let me drag it. Put it.
Oh,
Matt, did you get it to work?
yeah, I did. It works.
Good job.
Yeah. Does that look correct?
All right, well, we'll test it out.
Should I run
Design-
it?
Can you press the run button?
Yeah.
Okay, now what are you gonna do with that button to test it out?
I'm gonna click it.
You did it!
All right. That's cool.
Awesome. How are you doing, Ferrari?
I missed something.
That is
I
okay.
created something, but then I missed something.
Did you log in to your code.org account?
Oh yeah, no, I'm trying to create the app. I'm almost
Perfect,
with you
perfect.
guys. I just,
No,
I
can you
missed
share your
something.
screen next? Because that's the next phase,
Yeah.
is to go on to a different person.
So guys,
Okay, yeah.
I have to drop off at
Yeah.
3:30, so I'm gonna hop off, but
Great.
I'm so gonna miss doing the rest of it, but I'm
Okay,
gonna
you did
save this when I
recording.
get a chance this evening. We'll try and play with it. Thank you so much, Emily and
Bye, Suzette.
Donald
Thank
and
you.
Laurel. See you guys.
All right, Ferrari, you're up.
Okay. Okay. Do you see it?
I do. It says Green Machine Education.
Yes,
Awesome.
but I'm not doing something right.
Okay, well, let's just do reset, the blue button at the bottom with the curvy arrow on the bottom of your phone. You can do reset, and we can look at what you have. Let's see, can you show me at the top of your phone, can you press the drop-down menu and show me the screens you have? Okay, so I see you only have one screen, and that's screen 2. So let's go into design, and we'll make sure you have 2 different screens. Cool. Can you press the drop-down menu again there for screen 2? There you go. You're going to have to press new screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I made a color for the new screen, but I guess I didn't make the screen.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you chose the theme already, but there you go. Do you want to put text
Okay.
on that screen or an image or something? Looks like you already know how to.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I guess I got it backwards.
Mm,
Okay, that's fine.
yep, no problem.
Um,
So you know what you can do is you can test now that you have 2 screens. If you press run,
mhm.
you can see which screen it's going to start you on. So that's going to be the main screen, even though its name is screen
okay.
2, that's the main screen.
Okay,
Okay,
got it.
yeah. So you can press reset at the bottom and then you can edit it. Like you can't edit it while it's running. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. But screen 1's
Um,
already taken. Why don't you call them things
sorry.
like main screen and car screen and stuff like that? So they're really descriptive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll call it cars.
Lovely. Cool. And then you can choose the drop down menu at the top of your phone. Yep. And then you can select screen 1 and give that a better name. What screen is that going to be? It can be screen 2, or it can be the pink screen, or it can be, you know, the menu screen, whatever you think, or the welcome screen.
Ketchup screen.
Ketchup screen. Lovely descriptive name. All right. Do you want to put text on there?
Yes.
Cool. You got it. ABC label. Just drag it over. Put it where you want it.
Okay.
Nice. Do you want it any bigger? You can resize it. You got it.
Is that how I decide it?
Yeah, the hand moves it. If you're real careful, there you go. Perfect. Yeah. So see how that resizes the box it's in, but it doesn't resize the
The text.
text, right? But that's okay. We will mess with that. So over on the right, there's above your purple box that says ID label 1. Now there's a tab that says properties. Can you click on properties? Excellent. And so here's where you can change the color and the font and the size and everything. So do you want to make the word, first of all, let's change the word to not be text. It should be something like welcome, or this screen is pink, or choose an item, whatever you want. Nice. Missing assignments. All right. And do you want to make that text bigger?
Yes.
You're going to go down all the properties until you find the size. There you go. Font size. And this design part is so much just like Google Docs, right? You're just controlling how things look.
Okay. Can I push it down? Missing assignments, can I push the word down so it's more centered?
Huh. I don't know. You know what you can do is you can probably put an enter in front of it. No, probably not.
It's not working.
No.
Okay.
But you can make the box smaller so it's centered within the box. Like you can pull it up
Right.
from the bottom, not from the corner, but just from the bottom.
Oh, from the bottom.
There you go.
Okay. That works.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So let's go into your code and let's make it so that, is this a button or a text? I think it's a text.
It is
It's
text.
a label. Yeah. Okay. So we need one of your screens needs a button on it. So can we go to your car screen? Because that's going to be the first one. Cool. Who can help Ferrari put a button on the screen? Can you help yourself?
I can.
Got it. Drag the button. Yay.
Nice. And you can be wherever you want it to be. Nice. Changing the ID. Open me. So that's the name of the button. And then the text
Yeah.
on the button is still button,
Oh,
right?
okay.
ID is its
So maybe
name,
it's supposed to
but yeah, there you go.
be,
Think of it
well, I don't know what to make.
next to you.
Say it
Open
again.
Main button, Becky. Doesn't matter what you call it. Main button. Lovely.
Okay.
All right. So now you have a button. When you click it, it's going to go to the next screen, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. So how do we go and actually give it the instructions?
Code.
Excellent. Code. You got this. Okay. You see that first one where it says set screen open me? That actually
Yeah.
needs to go inside of that C-shaped block. So it actually needs to go on line 3. You totally got this. That is difficult for a lot of people. That moving around is non-trivial. Okay. Except what is your screen name? Where you do set screen or on event, you can change these. What should you click?
Open me.
Open me, right? So can you choose the black triangle next to that? It doesn't always work. See, it doesn't work to type it in. You got to select it out of the menu.
Oh,
Because look, you put open space me, but the name of the button is open me. So if right between on event and open me, there's a black triangle. I think you're in slightly the wrong. There you go. Oh, see, it wasn't even open me. It was main button that was its name.
main button.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big difference in what something is called and what it says. Like my name is Emily, but
Right.
my t-shirt says Black Lives Matter. My name is not Black Lives Matter,
Right.
right? Okay.
Right.
Okay, great. So on event main button click. So that's when the main button is clicked. It will set the screen to, what's your screen name? Can you click the black triangle there next to open me and select your screen? There you go.
Oh, no. Not that. Is it that one yet? Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start on the car one, you click the button, it goes to catch up. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, click reset and run and test it out. Yay!
Yep, that's it.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
I'm super excited. All right. Thank you so much, Ferrari. You can stop sharing your screen because we are ready to co-make proper apps in pairs. Apps are never something you make alone because you make a ton of mistakes. So always make it with another person. So when we put you in pairs, you're going to be able to choose how you work together. Like if one of you is on your phone and another's on your computer, then the person on their computer should probably be the one driving and actually making the app. And the person on their phone should be the one saying, oh, no, not there. And let's make it red and click this. Okay. So you do not have to both have a copy because we can both text it to each other when we're done. So we are going to think, first of all, what we want our theme to be. So is there anyone who's teaching this week and has like a current event or a lesson or a history or social studies topic that you know you're going to be teaching either right now or soon?
Mine is female athletes.
Okay, female athletes, excellent. Anyone else have any other things that they're teaching this week or thinking about or on their mind?
Well, I was thinking about, we've been doing a lot of trainings on our ABLE guide, and this would be kind of fun to have an app to go with it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Anyone else?
I actually am thinking about how to connect better with the principals. So it's a totally different role. So I'll be thinking about that in the background as I'm supporting someone else.
Okay, excellent. Well, then I am going to give you the theme, the kind of general theme of helping others. All right. So if our theme is helping others, when I send you into your rooms to do your hackathon, right, the first thing you're going to do is state the problem. So choose a problem, craft the problem so that you can design an app to solve it. All right. So when you present, I'm going to ask you what your problem is. So you're going to real quick, because we have a super short time, you're going to design just one part of an app. Like what would just the first screen be? Or what would the menu thing be? Or what would it look like? Or what would it do? Just a small piece of it. And then you're going to make that part in App Lab. So you're not going to make the entire app. You're going to start making an app with the most important part. And then when we run out of time, you're going to come back here and present your work to everybody else. Okay? And we are not going to finish, right? No app is actually ever finished. You know how often you get app updates from the App Store, right? It's because finished is not a thing in computer science. It's what we have so far. Okay? So you're going to get as far as you can in the time we have. We're going to go to 4:30, so I'm going to back off 15 minutes for a reflection. So I'm going to give you half an hour. All right. So in your teams, you're going to have half an hour to make as much of an app as you can. And I'm going to be here to help you. And you can start with the app template or you can start from nothing. But that's your deal. It's now hacking time. And I've got this whole, if you've opened up the presentation, this is a slide of a bunch of links back to the kids examples, a tutorial on App Lab, the starter project. And all I can really recommend to you is to have ideas, to take risks, and to ask for help. So the only way to fail is to quit. As long as you haven't quit, then you have succeeded. So what I've done here and in previous hackathons, I've done hackathons as low as second grade. And so what we have here is a pitch script. So if you're not confident speaking in front of others, you can fill out your script ahead of time and just read from it. These are the very important things. So your team name, your app name, state your problem, and then how does your app help people? So that's the easy version. And also on these slides, I have things like medium and spicy. And so if you're in high school, maybe your pitch script is just a short answer version of the answers to all these questions, and then you have to present it in your own words. Or this is your helper document that helps you actually write, the video that you're going to be making to present your app or whatever. So those are some options. But for right now, I have these sentence frames for you to present your apps. So you can do team name or not. That is optional. But tell us what your problem was, and then tell us how your app solves the problem and show us how you use it. Okay. So do we have a volunteer team to go first? So I'm going to call them, okay, team 1 was Matt and Laurel, and team 2 was everybody else. So who would like to share first? Do I volunteer?
Laurel can share and I'll drive our app.
Excellent.
Oh, okay.
I love that. So one person shows and another person talks. Good way of collaborating. So Matt, you can go ahead and share your screen, and remember to tell us what was your problem and then how you solved it, and how the app works.
Okay. So our problem was that we have encountered that some people don't know what certain emojis mean. So we thought we would create an app to help test how emoji literate someone is, and then if they get it wrong, we're going to help them. We'll show you. So emojis matter. We're going to we're going to run this. There we go. Click to start. So welcome to our app. Are you emoji literate? Click to find out. And see. Okay, so we have, do you know what this emoji means? And then we have the actual emoji, and you have 3 choices: happy, sad, or emotional. And we have, go ahead and click on happy. You're correct. These are tears of joy. And that's as far as we got in our app. But we think that this would be really helpful, especially for people that are new to emojis, or maybe they use emojis in a way that you're like, why are you putting that? That doesn't make sense. This would be a fun app. So that's what we did.
Awesome. Round of applause for team one. Excellent.
Yay.
Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna kick it over to team two. Ferrari, I think we're doing the screen sharing and everything over there. Do you wanna?
Yes.
Excellent.
Did someone else want to explain it?
I would love to, but I have unstable internet right now, and it will be so hard for everyone to hear me.
Okay, Tyrese,
Okay.
why don't you start explaining it? And if you drop out, then Stephanie will take over.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Okay, I'm sharing the screen.
So our concern or problem statement is, especially after COVID, we are finding out that connection, human connection in particular, is really important. So in order to help each other, we decided to develop this check-in app. So it starts off with, how are you? And once you click the how are you button, it will take you to another screen. And it gives you a drop-down button where you can choose from a number of different emotions or feelings. So first it starts with the question, how are you? I'm doing great. I need help. Call, text me ASAP. I'm okay. Do you need something? And Dr. M was impressed with this one because it's like, I'm good, but now I can also offer help to you as well. So if we're looking at the I'm doing great button, the next step that we were able to complete, click on the I'm doing great and submit, please. And it will take you to another screen that's a celebratory type of screen. And it should work on the click.
Okay, if it's not working now,
And
can you
if
show us the
not,
code?
we might have to.
Oh, did you change its name? I see a little yellow alert. Can you put your mouse over this
Oh,
button?
right here.
Yeah, button 2 does not exist. Did you rename it? Choose from the drop down what the actual button is.
Submit.
There you go. No, you can reset and run it again and you can show us the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So press run.
Well,
Nice.
how are you? Submit.
Yay! Well done, team
Awesome.
2. That was so awesome. Okay, so how do you feel now having completed your first hackathon?
Pretty good.
I just want to say, Dr. M, I am completely challenged in this area. And I will tell you that my anxiety level was very, very high at the beginning, but your level of excitement, your enthusiasm definitely brought that down. So I just, as a teacher, I'm just hoping that we remember to keep that excitement. No matter how we're feeling, we have to check everything at the door and demonstrate that level of excitement, because I literally can imagine students feeling like I'm feeling right now, or was feeling at the beginning.
Yeah,
And I
thank you.
think, you know, and I would add, Tyrese, especially right now, my wife is a 6th grade teacher, and I know she's shared, you know, the challenges that it is that everybody's going through right now. So I think in particular, your statement at this point in time is even more valid than normal. You know, I mean, I would emphasize what you just said. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie. Laurel, did you have anything to add? Did you get your full statement in?
Oh yeah, I was actually putting in the chat. So I just said, I think I agree with both. I think it was fun. I'm so glad I had a collaborative partner to work with. To do that alone might have felt like overwhelming, but because Matt and I could kind of troubleshoot together, that was really great. And then I think that like this would be a great experience. I loved that Ferrari and Tyrese did SEL because I think that's so important. And I just think about all of the different ways that you could use this. I'm like, my brain is going to digital citizenship and all sorts of like really cool things that our students could create. And I think that this would just be really fun. I don't know, I had a great time. So thank you. And thank you for your patience with us.
Awesome. Well, I think you have all the tools you need to take this back to your students now, right? You have the slides that I gave you that you have access to forever, that you can copy. You can use the starter project. You'll have the recording of this video in which I actually teach you what the steps are to make the parts of the app, remember? And that you don't even have to teach to your kids. You could just show them the video. All right? So are you going to go and do hackathons with your kids now? Making apps for social studies topics?
Oh my gosh.
Laughing. Good, Stephanie.
The possibilities are so endless. I'm thinking like with my 8th graders, this would have been great. They could have made an app like to the Declaration of Independence, to the Constitution. When we have them like argue with their Federalists or anti-Federalists, they can make a Federalist app or sorry, now I'm going to totally geek out on my social studies heart, but that would be so fun and such a great way to integrate computer science into the content area in a way that's like, it's meaningful and is going to really address both standards. And it's not one more thing. That's the key, is it's not
Absolutely.
one more thing.
It doesn't have to be one more thing. It could be anytime you would do a poster or write a report or make a diorama, you can just add, make an app instead. You can just, if you find 1 or 2 times during the year when like you have a project you've been doing for ages, switch it out for make an app. You're good. Right? You're incorporating computer science into your subject areas and you are increasing opportunities for all of your students. Great. Well, you all have my email. You'll be able to find this recording. You let me know if you need any help and I would love to see the apps that your kids make.